Oh my gosh, hi!
Well, hello there.
Long time no see, y'all. It's been a hot minute since I've been on my YouTube channel. It's been over a month. Did you know that?
I'm glad you decided to do something.
This is all Dr. Barry. You can thank him for this because otherwise I would just be not doing anything today either. So, yeah.
Your people miss you, Neisha.
So, did you? Yeah.
Your people miss you.
Wow.
Come on.
Dr. Barry, what's up? Did you share this? Have you shared this? Have you hit the like button and you shared it?
Let me share this right now. Let me share this.
I miss you guys too. There has been a lot. Oh, look, I have kitty cat ears. There's Loki.
Oh, Loki.
A lot going on, obviously, personally and professionally. I am 33 weeks pregnant today. My baby Bonnie getting close. She's getting close to being here. But we can talk about anything. I did title it Pregnancy Q&A. Keep in mind, this is my channel, not Dr. Barry's channel. Okay? So, keep it Neisha focused. Not that he won't answer questions. I'm just saying, like, don't rattle off your labs on my channel. So, I don't sign up for that. You know what I'm saying? We keep it a little more laid back, a little more fun, a little feisty over here.
You can ask about the farm, the house.
Yeah, you can ask about anything.
The pregnancy, the baby.
Oh gosh, the CGM. Thank you for reminding me, Betsy. I need to. It's in the hutch.
It's all together
on the shelf. It's in the box. There's two boxes. I can't remember which one is not empty. Like they both have things in them. Anywho, so like you're in my space over here. Oh, my space. Who misses my space? I do. You see it? So I did monitor my sugar for 2 weeks. The girl didn't give me any guidelines, so I just would check it after I ate 30 minutes to an hour, because really that's that. What the hell are you doing?
I thought you needed a heartworm pill.
That was a flea and tick medicine.
Oh, sorry.
Because that's how we do it. As a nurse, that's how I check blood sugars, was an hour post prandial, or an hour after you ate. And she was like, no, we need 2 hours. Like, 2 hours?
Like your blood sugar could go to 1,000 after you eat, and then 2 hours later, it's going to be back down to normal.
Right. So I was like, okay, I will do it again.
Yeah, so silly.
Anyways, so this is the CGM that we use. It looks like this. This is the brand.
Freestyle.
That's not even my current address, so it's fine. Freestyle Libre. It's a 14-day sensor. And you just download the app on your phone, or it comes with a sensor in the box, but I use the app. And you're supposed to clean the site. It's in the box. With an alcohol prep, let it dry. Listen, the first time we did this, we were at KetoCon, and I just, yeah, that's the one I already used, actually. I just, on a whim, recorded it. So this is what it looks like, the new one. This is the new one. It has the, what would you call it? The sensor already attached to it. And we just did a video of me and him. We were at the hotel for KetoCon, and he just did it. Like, we're family here.
I did the alcohol, and then I blew it to dry it, and everybody lost their
mind. And I was being dramatic just because I'm dramatic. It didn't hurt, but I had never done it before, so I was like, and it got how many, like 2 million views. It went viral. I was not prepared for that.
Crazy.
So you put it on the back of your arm in the subcutaneous tissue. It doesn't measure blood. It measures interstitial fluid. So it's a bit different, and your readings could be a bit different if you checked your blood sugar. This is not a sterile procedure either. It's a clean procedure. You would not believe the amount of comments. It's like, he's a doctor, I'm a nurse. Like, we got this. It's got a teeny tiny needle in it.
We're also married. We've also exchanged bodily fluids So it's fine if I blow.
I'm pregnant, clearly. Oh my God, he did that just to trigger somebody. Anyways, so you just place it. I could do this myself, but why not use him? You just push it in. Yeah.
Hold your breath.
Dude, did you twist it?
You have to twist it?
Yeah.
No, I took that off.
Where's the implant? Did you do that?
Oh, no. I thought you said it was already in there.
No, the needle is in there.
Oh.
Like you have to put
I just
that in
order
there.
These things. I don't actually apply them.
You can tell the difference between a nurse and a doctor. Like,
yes.
I did not have this, Trish. So you attach it. I thought he did this. Sorry. So
No,
I should have just done this. So you take this cart, you put it in here, and it attaches.
Yes. Does it?
Yes, I did it that last time. Okay.
There we go. Now we're ready. I was thinking, I don't see a needle in there.
Yeah, so I don't think you can see, but it's teeny tiny. Yeah, you
what is
can
it,
see
28?
it. It's teeny tiny.
Yeah, that's tiny.
All right, so
and
then
the needle doesn't stay in your arm. The metal part comes out and it leaves just a little tiny cannula.
Plastic catheter. Yeah.
Are you ready? This time we're really going to do it. And then kind of hold pressure for 10 seconds because
for the adhesive. Yeah, so it has adhesive built into it. So you don't have to put a dressing or anything over it, and then that's it. You're good to go. And then you have the app on your phone, and you scan it, and it takes an hour for it to set up. So just boom, and it'll give you a little timer. 60 minutes remaining, and it'll tell like what time it'll be ready for me to test. So that's it. Why am I using a CGM? Because I refused the glucose tolerance test, which you have to have done if you are a pregnant woman to see if you have gestational diabetes. I refused it because there are better ways to see if you have gestational diabetes without taking a large dose of glucose in a very short amount of time. They make you chug it. I don't like the taste of it. I had to do it last time. And so I refused it. And so they gave me the option to check my blood sugar instead. I do not have gestational diabetes. My A1C is 4.7.
Now, what's it called again?
Freestyle Libre continuous glucose monitor.
And a lot of people call it a CGM for short. And Teresa, you do need a prescription unless, isn't there one internet company that they'll do the prescription and get you the meter?
There is a website that will do that for you. Yeah. And you don't have to have a smartphone. The starter kit comes with a little digital sensor thing that you can use if you don't want to use your smartphone. But the app is great. Like I said, I'm not diabetic. I don't have gestational diabetes. There is a little bit of wiggle room when it comes to this versus blood sugar from blood. This doesn't test blood. So if you were somebody who actually had symptoms, if this said you were low, you would need to double check it with a finger stick. But I have not had that problem.
Mommy Does Keto says, how many berries does it take to install the CGM? Yeah.
How many?
At least two.
At least two.
Takes a doctor
and a nurse. I was going to say. Two berries and a doctor and a nurse. Yeah.
Lori says, I know you love pina colada, Redmond's Relights. Is there a daily limit? I can drink up to 3 servings daily. Is that okay?
Well, you're not going to overdose on electrolytes if you have functioning kidneys. However, I will say the flavored electrolytes are so delicious that they could maybe contribute to cravings. So if you're that person, then you could overdo it and actually end up stimulating that sweet taste and wanting more. Yeah. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. And Paola, hey Paola, how's it going?
Hi.
I think Paola's exactly right. Try to limit it to 3 a day, even if you freaking love them.
It's unnecessary to drink more than that, really.
Any more than that, and it's just for fun.
Unless you're a breastfeeding mom, then I would say you could probably do 5.
Yep.
Because you are literally just dehydrated essentially 24/7 because all of your water is going to make milk.
Now, do you have to cover this up while you're showering?
No, this is waterproof. You don't need to put anything on it, and after 14 days you just peel it off and pull it off and throw it in the trash because there's not a needle in it, so you don't have to put it in a sharps container or anything like that.
Nick Lifts wants to know, can you develop gestational diabetes if you are a healthy carnivore?
I seriously doubt it. I can't, there's no science for me to be like, no, this study shows it, because there's not there. But gestational diabetes is defined as hyperinsulinemia, high blood sugars, huge babies, unhealthy moms, and carbohydrates obviously contribute to all of those things. So it'd be very hard to trigger all of those symptoms.
It all starts with sugar, and you're not eating sugar. So you're good. I think it'd be essentially impossible. I'm sure there's one woman out of 150,000 who might develop gestational diabetes as a carnivore, but essentially it's impossible.
I would say she may test positive on the first glucose tolerance test and then not actually have gestational diabetes. I have heard of that happening. Just because your body's not used to consuming 75 grams of sugar in a 10-minute window.
Can you buy these on Amazon?
I don't know.
They have a pharmacy option now, so maybe.
Oh.
But definitely you can buy them from any local pharmacy or any online pharmacy. They're going to have them in stock.
Has the nesting started? Yes.
Yes, it has.
I bagged up 5 bags of clothes, both mine and Beckett's, day before yesterday. Cleaned out drawers because I have no space. If you did, okay, so those of you who don't know, this window, do you see things going on back here? This is our addition.
Yeah.
We live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and that's being like, they're tiny. Like, there's room for a bed and there's room for a toilet and a shower, basically, in these rooms.
This whole house is 1,200.
No.
1,100 square feet. It's a tiny house. Yeah.
It's
yesterday when I was doing my live on Patreon, there was a foot hanging right here for like 5 minutes. He was just sitting there taking a break. And it's like, I hope we don't see a body come down. That'd be bad.
Yeah. So I don't have a nursery. Because we don't have another bedroom, and Beckett's room is very small and is just big enough to put his stuff in.
Bonnie will have a nursery when she's about 2 years old.
It better not be 2 years. It better not be 2 years.
In the Philippines, you don't need a prescription for CGMs.
Nice. Are you planning to have a natural birth? Yes. I did have a natural labor last time, but had to have intervention. I had a forceps delivery. He had arrested descent, which means he was stuck because his head was crooked. So instead of coming out like this, he was coming out like this. Yeah. And I was zapped. It was, anyways, if you want to hear that whole story, there's a whole video about our first birth story. It was a bit traumatic, but we're going to give it a go again this time. I did a birth center the first time, and we're going to be in the hospital, but I'll still do natural labor unless, something happens.
Angie's mother's maiden name is Barry, and she has an aunt whose name is Bonnie.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did you get the super chat earlier?
I did not see it. I'll get it right now. It's from Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
I absolutely love you guys. I found you guys going through chemo. After starting keto, I am now in remission. Thank you guys enough for being amazing.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Awesome. Well done. Keep it up.
How do you feel about possibly having a Leo baby or a Leo girl? Let me tell you, they are bossy. Well, she'll fit right in this house because we're all bossy.
She probably needs to be bossy.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know much about Leos. I'm an Aquarius. I can tell you this man right here is 100% Sag, right? Yeah. He falls right in that category.
That don't mean nothing.
It might not mean anything, but you check all those boxes, and I do too. Carissa says, are you going to do the vitamin K injections or drops? So you can actually, if you want to, you can if you have a pediatrician, order a vitamin K oral solution that the baby can be given that has less drama behind it. Some people actually in the hospitals allow for that, but you have to check with yours. Ours doesn't. So
Philippines Cheeks says, do you have any ground turkey recipes?
I have a ton of ground beef recipes that ground turkey could work if you were someone who just doesn't like fat. We don't like turkey in this house.
My recipe for ground turkey is you brown the ground turkey in a cast iron skillet,
And then you throw it in the garbage.
and then you throw it in the garbage. You give it to your dog, and then cook some beef. That's mine.
Oh
Just,
my God.
that's just me.
I knew that's what you were going to do. Turkey is, yeah, we don't love turkey at all. Toby, I'm not sure about that specific IUD. I hear good and bad things. I think just do your own research and figure out. There's Rocky. Figure out what's gonna work best for you.
Loco 6 says, I'm going to start ketovore soon, and I can't really afford grass-fed meats. Any suggestions?
Any other type of meat is fine. Is it the best super option? No. Is it the worst option? Also no. So get what you can afford. Stay as clean as possible. Find meat on sale. A lot of the grocery stores have one day where their meat is on sale.
Yeah, we saw it for $2.70 a pound for ground beef.
For ground beef, yeah.
You had to buy 10 pounds, but still $2.70.
Yeah, but if you have a good freeze, I would say get a freezer so you can stock up when there is a sale. Find a local butcher, or if you can, split buying a whole cow with a family member. If that is something that you could work out doing.
You just triggered somebody's Siri when you said, "Hey, Sarah."
Sorry. It's funny. That's that country accent.
Toby says, why would a dietitian say anyone can eat a banana? LOL. I know, Toby. I know.
Well, dietitians say a lot of things, so
yeah,
I'm sure she truly believes that. And anyone can eat a banana, but can anyone eat a banana and not have consequences?
Right.
You
can eat lots of things, but
yeah, you can eat a turd if you want.
Yeah. What are the consequences? I mean, you can eat a dead mouse like Lily did.
Oh, y'all, have you seen our new dog? She is just the most precious thing.
Where
She's over here asleep behind
me.
She is a full-blooded poodle, not a doodle. She is a poodle. P-O-O.
Don't say doodle. Neisha gets very triggered if you call her a doodle.
Because she's not. She's
but still,
Even the vet was like, "Oh, is she a doodle?" And I was like, "No."
Neisha's not. No, how did you really say it?
She's a poodle.
She's not a doodle.
I think that's poodle owners tend to be this way. Apparently,
Snooty.
I'm a typical.
No, actually,
she's beautiful. She's a red color, and she's just sweet as she can be. But Loki and Olive are very good hunters or huntresses.
Yes.
And apparently, we live in the country. There's mice and moles everywhere. And every night I let them go out and hunt. And then they come back in and sleep around 10 or 11 o'clock. And in the morning, there are several dead moles or mice in the front yard that they have brought to show us, look, human, I can feed you.
I brought you a
gift. And Lily finds them and she wants to eat them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling Ken, I was like, I don't know why it bothers me so much for Lily to eat them. If Loki and Olive ate them, I would not care. But I think it's because they stink. They're dead. They're not fresh. Like if Loki killed it and ate it, it'd be fresh. It's been laying there all night and it's disgusting.
Loco 6 says that inflation in Southern California is outrageous right now.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Jennifer's glad to see you. Morgan says, hi, Rocky. And Jenny says, you are her hero.
Oh, that's sweet.
Alicia wants to know, have you started harvesting sheep yet?
Yes, but it was out of necessity, not because she was ready to be.
Yeah. She got injured, so.
Yeah, so we put her down and it was emotional because she wasn't ready,
But it'll soon be time.
Yeah, but we didn't want to waste the meat either, so we hadn't had her.
It'll soon be time for some little sheep to go to market.
Yeah, we have how many sheep now?
About 40. 37.
About 40? Yeah. You don't know exactly?
I don't count things. I'm not a counter.
Shepherd.
I don't count things.
That seems important.
I just tend to them.
I know how many chickens we have.
Exactly.
Well, yesterday I knew exactly how many we had.
So you don't know.
They're less expensive than sheep.
When we get cattle, I'll know how many cows we have. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
How much electrolytes do you give Dogga?
Ken's in charge of Dogga.
So. When I feed Dogga, I usually put about 10 drops of the mineral drops. So that has electrolytes and all the minerals. on his food every day. So he gets the daily mineral drops.
Carnivore Chris, hey, thanks for the doggy treats. She likes them a lot.
She does.
I got to do a reel of her eating them. Neisha, I miss your podcast so much. Oh, well, one of these days I'll have a room that's quiet. Today's not the day.
Janine says, good afternoon from Curacao. Is it okay to eat pork? Thank you and blessings. I've been to Curacao once. It's beautiful.
Have I been to Curacao? No.
Not yet.
No,
Not
you
yet.
went without me. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Pork is okay. Pork is meat, and so it's definitely better than any highly processed grains or beans or tubers. Some people seem to do better with ruminant animals, which would be cows, goats, sheep, camels, reindeer. But some people do just fine with pork and chicken and fish.
I think pork is something that you sprinkle into your carnivore diet. I wouldn't say anybody should be 100% pork based. Like majority of your nutrition should probably come from a ruminant, and then you can eat chicken and pork, and seafood to spice it up a little bit. Y'all, I mean, since the day I peed on a stick, I've had a runny nose.
Very juicy.
I'm looking really forward to this topic. I'm sorry. I know this is disgusting.
Paris thinks you look beautiful today, even with your runny nose.
Oh, thanks, Paris.
Sheila says, what do you take if you can't take estrogen because of having a stroke?
Kenny.
So you can't take patented estrogen, which is fake estrogen, because that could increase your risk of another blood clot or stroke. But you can take bioidentical testosterone and progesterone, and your body will convert as much of the testosterone as it needs into estrogen naturally. And so you're getting just bioidentical hormones, and they're not fake. They're not patented medicine. And there's no evidence that shows that that's going to increase your risk of having a stroke or a blood clot or cancer or anything else. But there is lots of evidence to show that it's going to lead you to feel much better.
Daniela, any advice for someone on ketovore with high TPO and TSH and low progesterone wanting to get pregnant soon? Go carnivore. High fat carnivore. Dr. Kills is one of our good buddies. We've known him for several years. I did a live with him when I was pregnant with Beckett because I went through IVF to get pregnant first time. This time, meat and butter did the job. So I didn't have to go through IVF. But he promotes a meat-based, basically a carnivore diet for his patients that are trying to get pregnant or are going through IVF or trying to conceive in any way, form, or fashion. And he promotes a high-fat carnivore diet. So that means fatty meats like fatty brisket, ribeye, bacon. What's another fatty cut I'm missing?
Oxtail.
Fatty ribs, oxtail, good quality bone broth. And then he also has an ice cream recipe that is just like heavy cream, egg yolks. And he does use regular sugar, but that's because there is some research to support that stevia can interfere with fertility. And so that's why he stays away. But it's a very small amount of sugar.
With that much fat, you don't need much sugar.
And you can use allulose, like you can use another sweetener. I used another sweetener. I didn't use sugar when I was doing the ice cream, and I got pregnant.
Elle wants to know when we will see your personal style channel again.
Well, probably when I can fit into clothes that don't look like a tent on me. And maybe when the Nordstrom sale comes back around, although I'll be 9 months pregnant when the Nordstrom sale happens this year, which is super sad. It's okay. I'll save some money this year.
Tess wants to hold your feet to the fire. She says, how many chickens, in fact, do you have, Neisha?
At least 27.
So you don't know for sure?
At least 27.
So what you're saying
is... my Easter eggers, I know for a fact we have 6 of those. I count them every day because they're my babies that I just got them. So they're babies. And I know we have 2 silver lace Wyandottes because I count them every day because they're my first babies that survived the bobcat incident when we lived in Nashville.
I forgot about the bobcat.
Yeah, so we got Dolly and Molly. I check on them every day. And then we got our Easter eggers. And then we've got like 20 golden lace Wyandottes and 3 jerk roosters. They're jerks.
Assholes. Yeah. R. Jizzle, Televizzle, Zamala says, hey,
wow.
what's up, Dr. Berry from Virginia? So Granddaddy Berry was from Culpeper, Virginia. So I got people in Virginia. How you doing?
Eden, is it safe to go carnivore while breastfeeding, and will it help my baby gain weight? So it is safe to go carnivore. I would say if you weren't carnivore while you were pregnant, then you need to slowly transition, not because it's dangerous, but because it could stress your body out a little bit and cause your breast milk to fluctuate in supply because of the stress, not because of what you're eating. Okay, when you change up your diet in a way that's standard American straight to carnivore, it can cause stress. That's it. That's the only reason. So I would say decrease carbs 50 grams total per week or every other week until you get down to carnivore, and it'll be fine. Will it help your baby gain weight? Breast milk is going to help your baby gain weight. Whether you're keto, ketovore, or carnivore, breast milk is a formula that your body makes no matter what you eat. Now, it may or may not be higher quality if you eat a good, clean diet. There's nothing, I can't prove that. But it seems like it would be higher quality if you're eating higher quality foods, right?
Exactly. And just think about it. Women who literally are living on Cheetos and Pepsi and honey buns, their babies are able to gain weight even on that junk.
Because that breast milk, like I said, your body makes this formula of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins.
And it'll absolutely suck the nutrition out of the mom's body if she's not putting it into her mouth.
Yeah. It's going to make it as high quality as it possibly can, no matter what you're eating. It'll be easier on your body to make high quality breast milk if you yourself are consuming a high quality diet. So,
yeah. Mommy does keto, doesn't know how many chickens she has either. Comfort Creek Ranch just found out A1C's high, went straight to keto. Hope my sugar will come down quickly before next test in 1 month. It will come down a little in 1 month, but I would wait 3 months to repeat the A1C. Give keto 3 months, and you'll be very happy.
Who's been around since I was pregnant the first time?
Me.
Freaking hope so. Do you think that there's a difference in this pregnancy versus the last pregnancy? Can you tell?
In you? Oh yeah. Where's the picture you did face to face? Her face is so much slimmer. All parts of her are slimmer this pregnancy.
Mostly belly.
Yeah, she's just all belly.
Somebody was like, your belly's huge. I'm like,
booty.
I'm 5'2". There's not a lot of room in there. It's got to go somewhere. Where is that picture?
You save that?
Yeah, I did. I think I didn't do a side by side.
Oh, I thought you did.
I did. I swear I did a side by side.
Look at that.
33 weeks last time.
That's with Beckett.
With Beckett, yeah. I think there's a pretty big difference in my face for sure.
Yes.
Granted, we were going through some stuff. It's a very stressful time in our life. So I give myself a little, room for grace.
Love Outdoors says, Love Outdoors stuck indoors. Hello from the UK. Are you not worried about the drugs used to put down your lamb ending up in the meat you have harvested? So
we don't use any drugs on our lambs.
That's not how they do it here. They use it's like a gun. Basically, it's a bolt gun. They don't inject them with any drugs.
Mm-hmm. It's
you
very
may have misled
humane.
when you said put them down. Maybe that means something special.
Maybe.
But she was harvested. We took her to the processor. Yeah.
Yeah, very humane.
No drugs.
We're lucky to have a place locally that does it the way that it should be done.
Yeah. Carmen wants a video to debunk the blood group diet. I think, Carmen, I'm not opposed to that idea, but I think the blood group diet has been so thoroughly debunked by everybody, from carnivores to vegans. Everybody says that diet's dumb. And the only person who says that the blood type diet is smart is the blood type diet book. That's really the only reference that says it makes sense.
And I will say some functional medicine practitioners promote that out of fad. Like it's just one of those things. Just like the sensitivity test, like they all promote that too. Ancestral living and nutrition. Have you had any cravings lately? So the first 2 trimesters, my cravings were raw meat. And this happened with my last baby too. In the 3rd trimester, I just want sweet stuff all the time. But it doesn't, like, it's not good enough for me. Like it doesn't, I cheated when we were in Florida. Disney World, and I had a little bit, and I was like, this doesn't taste like I want it to taste. So it's like, I'm craving it, but I'm not going to eat it, but I will. Pizza, on the other hand, that's a real problem for me. Always has been. And so I went and I got the cauliflower crusts. It's not the same. Okay. Don't let anybody tell you any different. I don't care how good a keto pizza recipe. It ain't Domino's. It ain't Craig's, which is our local pizza place. It ain't Sbarro. Okay.
True.
Like it's not. And when you're pregnant and you want something, when something doesn't taste like you want it to taste, then it's like that. It's not the same as when you're first transitioning to keto and you're like, oh, this will do. This will get me through. It's like, nope, that's not what I want. So I got the cauliflower crust. But
Catherine wants to know, will Bonnie Blue's room be finished in time for her birth?
No.
Well, this is
we don't have a roof or anything yet. And
see this guy here? So maybe.
Blaze Pizza, Paola, I will say, is the best substitute. However, we don't have one anywhere near us. Like the closest one is an hour and a half away. So it's not like I can just run down the road and get me some Blaze Pizza. But if I had one close, I would definitely go for sure. The chicken crust is pretty good, but it's like we went to Italy 5 years ago. Was that 5 years ago?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, and I had Italian true pizza, you know, and like ain't nothing gonna live up to that. Hey, Ashley, thank you.
I took her to the little pizzeria there, and I got a slice, and she looked at it like
pizzeria.
She was looking at it like, because it looks anemic.
Well, no, it looks unimpressive.
Yeah, compared to like a Domino's loaded.
Because I got garlic truffle chicken. Or it wasn't even that. I think it was just cheese. I think I got garlic and cheese pizza.
Yeah, but it doesn't look impressive at all. It was just like in Italy. But man, you take a bite. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. I'm sorry if I'm triggering anybody, but it's true.
Sorry.
It's the truth. I'm just being honest. If you're not following me on Instagram, please go follow me because I'm much more active over there these days. It's just easier for me to hop on stories and stuff like that. It's at Neisha Loves It. So go follow me over there. If you're missing me a whole lot, that's where you can keep up with me.
Are you still doing TikToks?
Almost said a bad word. No. Don't TikTok. I make a few reels every now and then, and the only reason I do those is because they're paying me. So that's it.
B. Rose says, do the new trees require much attention and care?
What kind of trees? Which ones?
Well, I've planted lots of trees on the farm lately. I've planted apple trees, persimmon, black walnut, chestnut. What else? Oh,
persimmons,
honey locust, persimmon, willow, because willow for very specific pastoral reasons.
Mulberries.
And lots of mulberries, yeah. And so 90% of the battle when you plant a tree is planting the tree properly from the beginning. If you do that right, and then I usually mound up dirt around it, maybe in a 2-foot ring, so that any rain that's captured in that 2-foot radius is going to run to the tree. And then I put a 2-foot wide, it's like a black circle with a hole in the middle. And then that's like mulch that the chickens aren't going to scratch off. And that keeps any grasses from competing. I'm going to be doing a video soon on the farm channel. If you guys don't already follow OB Farms, that stands for Oxford Berry Farms. We have a YouTube channel, and I'll be making a video about planting trees because I've been planting a lot.
He has been. Hey, Neely. She said I'll bring you my egg white bread crust pizza. If anybody could make it, Neely can make it. Tastes good. I trust her.
Yeah.
Somebody, where did it go? Asked about aversions in the first trimester. see that? There you go. Arwen, did you deal with food aversion of meat in the early trimesters? If so, how did you deal with that? Yes. That's something that happened both times with me in the early weeks. Not as long with this one as my first one, but what I basically did was I integrated in protein shakes. I used the Premier Protein from Equip, the chocolate version, and I would just make milkshakes to get my protein in. I could tolerate boiled eggs, deviled eggs, slutty eggs is what somebody calls them, slutty eggs. They're the Dave Ramsey, not Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey eggs. That's the kind you save up for to buy.
Gordon Ramsay eggs, which is like French style eggs because it tastes more like porridge than actual eggs. And I would put cheese.
It's really good.
I would put smoked Gouda in there. And then I could also eat chicken strips / nuggets, which I have a recipe on my channel here. It's just pork panko and Parmesan cheese with egg. And you can use almond flour too if you want to, but you can leave that out. It's actually better without the almond flour, I think. And so that's basically what I survived on. And I could eat raw meat. So oysters and sashimi and steak tartare. Yeah. That I could eat. It was when it was cooked. If I had to cook it, especially, it was not happening.
Yeah.
It was not good. Dave Ramsey eggs. I know.
You get an envelope and you start putting $1 a day in, and when you've got enough, then you go buy eggs. Those are Dave Ramsey eggs.
Also, in the protein shakes, I would put egg yolks, raw egg yolks, totally safe, as long as they're fresh
and not cracked.
And not, yeah, they're good quality eggs, you know.
Yeah.
I would put egg yolk in there, and that increased the fat for me. Fat was really important along with the protein. So, which meat is high in B11?
B1.
B1 always.
All meat is a good source of B1. Some are a little bit higher than others, but any meat, any egg yolk, any seafood, you're going to be getting plenty of B1.
Sophie, I've been having autoimmune symptoms ever since I stopped breastfeeding my second baby in January, and I just found out I have endometriosis. Any tips on lowering estrogen for someone who's already carnivore? I'll let you take that one.
I mean, you're doing everything you can do at home, Sophie. If you're active and you're eating carnivore, you're going to have to find a doctor who does bioidentical hormone optimization, and they can tweak your progesterone and even your testosterone, because it's not just having just high estrogen. It's the ratio of estrogen to progesterone. Looks like that's the important thing. Is my phone ringing?
Oh,
gotta take this.
This might be important.
Hey, brother.
He'll be back in a minute. Betsy says, I almost bought quail eggs the other day. Are they better than chicken eggs? Technically, they are more nutrient dense. However, obviously, you need to eat more of them. So both. This is about our house fire. It was not even, it was on sale at Macy's. It was cheap. I was probably not supposed to be doing this on there.
It'll be real close.
I'm sorry. I'm so distracted right now. I just want to know what happened with Beckett when he messed on you. Your post had me dying. Oh, okay, so story time. Beckett got the stomach bug while we were in Florida. And he had it for 5 solid days straight.
You mean for the house and everything?
To the point where he was scared to go to the bathroom. And so he would try to hold it in. So I was trying to get him to sit on the toilet.
Yeah. So
and he was latched on to me like a tick. And then it just happened. All over me.
I'll text that to you as soon as I get it.
All over me. And it was a lot.
Neisha, do you remember a ballpark figure of what the total insurance payout was for the house and contents?
I've got the paperwork.
We've got it all. We neither one couldn't even guess. I know it was over 200.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay.
So Ken was doing a live when this happened, and I was like, I need you right now. He was like,
Perfect.
what?
Okay,
and I was like, I'm covered in poo, okay? And so I was trying to wash off my hand while he put Beckett in the bathtub, and I'm gagging. And if you've ever gagged while you're 8 months pregnant, you can imagine like other things were happening.
Are you telling him about Beckett's life lesson he learned on vacation?
Yeah. So it was impressive, the amount of poo that was on me.
It was a lot.
And on Beckett.
Yes.
It managed to not get all over the bathroom.
Beckett was freaking out because he'd never really done that before.
Yeah.
Neisha was freaking out and gagging. And I
can do really, really well with a lot, but it was like I had just hit
really
my
warm,
limit. I had hit my limit. It was literally all over me. I was trying to get it off, and it was.
And I only had about 3 seconds of deer in the headlight, like, oh. And then I ran and got a towel and got some stuff and started helping. But just there for a second, I was like,
what do you want me to do?
That's a lot of
something.
shit.
Do something.
That's a lot.
Like he was doing his live, and I was like, I need you. And he was like, well, I mean, I do.
I was live. I forgot. Yeah.
Yes.
And so she brings the baby in here, and I'm like, gotta go.
What do you want, Neisha? Like, there's an entire person's worth of poop on me. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Rebecca said I was on that live.
So you saw the look in my eye, like, I gotta go.
Yeah. Poor Beckett. He had a rough few weeks. He learned his lesson about eating junk at Disney World. But he's better now, thank God.
Toby McBallerina says, any dietary considerations for not having an appendix? We don't know of any. The appendix doesn't really have anything to do with digestion of food. It's almost exclusively immune tissue. It's like a huge lymph node. So it's constantly, and some doctors think that it stores beneficial bacteria for your colon, but then also it definitely has it fights infection as well. And, but if you've had yours taken out, I don't know of any dietary changes that you should make other than just to eat a proper human diet.
Rachel said, never imagined parenting would involve so much poop cleaning until I became a mom. Yeah. And honestly, like nothing's ever bothered me. I worked as a CNA at a nursing home. I've done poop my entire life. Like it's just part of my life.
Lynn said, I wondered what happened on that live.
That was a special kind of.
That was a shitty mess.
Yeah. It was epic. It will go down in history. I will tell his girlfriend about this at some point.
Like a couple of days later, we were on the front porch and she said that to me. And Beckett was playing and he turns around and he says, Mama, what are you saying about me? You're going to tell my girlfriend?
No, don't tell my girlfriend.
Yeah, he was listening to every word. It was so funny.
He pays attention to everything. Yeah. You can't sneak anything by that kid. Oh, man. Anyways, Gail said, I'm riding my exercise bike watching you. I need to get my 40 minutes in. Wish me luck. Good luck, Gail.
Turn up that intensity. Make it harder.
Rebecca said there was a split second where Dr. Berry stopped, processed, and immediately reacted and concluded the live.
I went immediately into emergency physician mode. Like, nope. Okay, ABC. What do I do first?
Airway breathing. Circulation. Sophie, I don't work out regularly, but I'm at a healthy weight. Would putting on more muscle help lower estrogen? Thanks for the response.
Yeah, maybe. Any kind of increase in muscle mass and improvement in your metabolic health is going to move your hormones in the right direction. So that's yes, great strategy.
Dr. B said, I gotta go.
I gotta go.
You got serious real quickly. He barely said bye. He was just gone.
Tiffany's got an important question. Help, I'm torn between getting on meds for gestational diabetes or strictly staying with keto. My diet during pregnancy has not been the best thus far, but I'm changing it. Doctor doesn't approve of keto.
Okay, so get the book, Do you have it handy?
Which one? Real Food?
Real Food for Gestational Diabetes. It's on Amazon. It's by Lily Nichols. So go get that book. It will help you kind of stay on track and get focused. And maybe give a copy to your doctor. And you absolutely can manage it with diet.
100%.
Because it essentially is type 2 diabetes initiated by pregnancy.
Yep.
So your diet is extremely she's crazy.
But I like
important.
I like the honesty in the way you ask the question. If you look in the mirror and be like, honey, you're not gonna eat keto, then you do definitely need to control the blood sugar with medication. Yes, definitely.
And keep in mind too, I'm not sure. Did she say how many weeks she is?
No.
Depending on where you are in your pregnancy, the 3rd trimester does tend to be a bit harder to manage blood sugars because you are more insulin resistant. So keep that in mind. If that's where you are, you may need to just go ahead and try to manage it with meds and food.
Joanna, my girl was about 8 months old, and I was lifting her up over my head, and she spit up right into my mouth. Yeah, that would get Neisha.
Never spit up.
Never a spitter upper.
Like he just didn't. Like twice maybe, and it was just a small amount. But so you guys got to hear the poop story, but there was vomit also. There was a lot of vomit. Yeah. It was both ends. Yeah, it was awful. Ends. I had to wash my hair every single day because at some point I got puke in my hair.
Every day there for
every day.
Like 3 days.
My hair's never been washed that much.
Yeah.
It's every day. There's vomit.
Ashley says, do you recommend all the supplements listed in It Starts With the Egg? Seems like a lot.
There are a lot. It's not going to hurt anything to take all of them. I think some are more important than others. The DHEA, very important. CoQ10, I think, is very important. Vitamin D3, the folate, iodine. I'm not even sure if iodine's in that book, but it should be if it's not. Those are the ones that are on the highest level. And I did take all of them when I was going through IVF because I was investing my time, my energy, our money. I was putting all my eggs literally in the IVF basket.
See what you did there.
Right. And so I didn't want to have to go back and say, I didn't do everything I should have done. And so I did take all of them and I did every single thing that I was supposed to do. I even gave up coffee, even though my doctor said it was probably not a big deal. I didn't want to have that on my conscience, so I even gave up coffee for 3 months. She
said, you're not going to put that juju on me, Ricky Bobby.
That's right. And then I immediately started drinking it again when I got pregnant. So
I got to go back and watch the end of that video. Everybody's saying that my expression was kind of.
I was not really paying attention to your face. I was trying not to.
Susan says her blood glucose goes down after eating, not up. So that tells me you're eating a very low carbohydrate, healthy diet, Susan. That doesn't happen on any other diet in the world except for meat heavy, keto, ketovore, carnivore. Those are the diets that'll do that.
Did you talk about, I know you did a video with Dr. Kiltz not that long ago.
Yeah, we've done one or two, haven't we?
Yeah, but it was not that long ago. Mine was like 2 or 3 years ago. Y'all talk a lot about diet and hormones and stuff, don't you, in that video?
It's all about diet.
If you haven't watched that, that's on his channel, Dr. Kiltz and Dr. Berry.
Kiltz.
Kiltz.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What day did that air? It was sometime last week. I'm not sure when that live was.
Yeah, it was not a Monday Night Live. It was a middle of the week, spur of the moment live.
It was Saturday.
I think it was Saturday.
I think it was when we came because we got back from Florida on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And I think you did it live on Saturday.
Yeah, it's right at the end of that one that I did on Saturday. So
yeah, Penny said it was Saturday.
It was a real expression. Yeah. Now you know, Carmen.
Oh, was there anything else we were gonna specifically talk about?
I don't know. I'm editing the video about moving the sheep today. That I'll probably post that on the farm channel tomorrow. So if you want to see a sheep update, we get lots of video of the sheep and of baby Beckett and of Neisha in her bikini while she's pregnant. So it's some good
It's a
stuff.
sports bra.
Well, just let me have my fantasy, okay?
Also, I'll promise you I'll update you on what this actually looks like on the outside.
Soon.
We actually do have some things accomplished in the front yard.
One thing, anyway, yeah.
Yeah, we got landscaping done finally.
For one little section of the yard.
Neisha.
So Neisha could have one spot to focus on. Like, as long as I only look here, it looks amazing.
It's right here, yeah. Neisha, do you have Braxton Hicks yet? Yes. I always get Braxton Hicks pretty early on. The last few days they haven't been that bad, but while we were in Disney World, they were awful. On the plane, they were awful. And I know everybody says Braxton Hicks aren't painful. BS.
What's Beckett think about when he feels Bonnie move?
He doesn't, I don't know if he can really tell that it's her. I tell him she's kicking you because he'll sit right on my belly and he'll say, she's kicking me, but I don't know that he can actually distinguish that that's different from me,
right.
You know? But he talks to her every single day and gives her kisses and says, good morning, Bonnie. And then when we tuck him in for bed, sometimes I'll lay down with Beckett and Ken will kiss Beckett and kiss me. And Beckett will say, kiss Bonnie.
You forgot Bonnie.
You forgot Bonnie.
Yeah.
Kiss Bonnie.
That's funny.
Yes, kiss my belly.
The farm channel is called OB Farms. Stands for Oxford, which was her grandfather, and Barry, that's me, Farms. And should be a new sheep video tomorrow. And then also, Paola has finished the translation on the 4th Spanish video. I have a
Dr.
Spanish.
Barry in Espanol.
Yep. And if you've got any relatives who are native Spanish speakers who English, they understand it, but they don't really get it, then I'm going to have all of my YouTube videos eventually dubbed. So it's not captions. It's actually a Spanish speaker speaking. So I can listen to it and get all the information in Spanish. And it's Dr. Barry in
Espanol.
E-N, not I-N.
En
Espanol.
Hey, Paul. Keto Palooza.
Yeah. When's Keto Palooza?
Keto Palooza is either the weekend before the PhD Summit or the weekend after the PhD Summit. It's very close.
Nice.
I'm not sure.
Nice.
I'm sure Paul knows.
We'll get to go watch Autumn Keto.
Mommy does keto. Any gardening happening? Yes.
Yeah.
Not by me.
Yesterday, I planted a bunch of tomatoes and peppers and
For me.
Dill and cilantro y basil. What else? Oh, purslane.
When he says E or like one thing that's Spanish.
Hey,
How cringe is that? It's super cringe.
I can only do the best I can do.
Okay.
That's the only word I knew.
You could just leave it out.
E. No, I can't. I have to use it.
Yeah, so mostly tomatoes and peppers like we did last year and a few herbs. And that's pretty much all. And I didn't put out anything this year because
Sarah, you don't know what a battle it was to get her off the couch and in front of this camera. So I accept your thank you. You're welcome. It was a struggle.
Ow. First of all, I wasn't on the couch. I was working. I was just working on other things.
Yeah.
Like the PhD Summit.
She thinks currently that she's fat and ugly. And she's not, but she thinks that.
I don't think I'm fat and ugly. I feel fat and ugly.
Same.
I don't think, like, when I look in the mirror, I'm not like gross. I'm just like tired of it. You know, I'm tired.
49 days.
I think it's less than that.
49 days officially, but you say.
I'm 33 weeks on the dot today. I think we're going at 38. That's my guesstimate. On the full moon, July 13th. That's what I'm saying. What's your...
So 35 days from now.
Sure. I don't do math.
Wow. I think between 38 and 40, somewhere in there. You'll go a little early, I think.
I hate these apps, okay? All pregnancy apps suck to me. I'm not a big fan.
And it said Bonnie's as big as a mailbox today? Is that what it said?
A lunchbox.
Lunchbox, yeah. Well, I mean, could be one of the small mailboxes.
Okay, 33 week pregnant today. 7 weeks to go. That's what it says.
When is the PhD Summit?
September 17th. Baby's the size of a pineapple.
And we're going to release the tickets for sale to the public in a few more days. Right now, they're for sale only to patrons on my Patreon. And after they've gotten their first dibs, we'll make it public.
Ashley says, I think you're going to go 38 weeks too.
You are stunning. Mandy knows what she's talking about.
Thanks.
Your face was priceless.
No, we're not going to Keto Fest because I will be in the last few weeks of being pregnant, and I will not be allowing him to leave my side. He's already not really supposed to leave my side. So no, but we love Keto Fest.
Yeah.
It was one of the first ones we went to.
Yep. Somebody asked where we buy the purslane. I get it from a website called Baker's Creek. Baker's Creek Heirloom Seeds, and they don't sell any GMO seeds, none of the Monsanto Bayer crap. It's only heirloom, heritage, old world seeds. Baker's Creek Heirloom Seeds, I think is what it is.
Is there a reason you use Relight while pregnant and not Keto Chow? Also, do you take mineral drops? I use both. I just use Relight more because they're flavored, and so they're tastier. But there are some days I put Keto Chow in my coffee, the mineral drops.
Yeah.
So I use both. They're both fine.
She gets some mineral drops every day. Just some days she doesn't know she got them.
I regret that I only have 2 eyes to roll in my head. Who has hit the like button? Who has shared this video? If you have, I love you. Celeste said, I work in a hospital and you could always tell when the moon was full. Maternity ward filled up. Now, they've done studies on this, and they say that means nothing. Yeah. But
you
the nursing home and the maternity ward.
Tell a labor and delivery nurse that the full moon means nothing, or tell an ER nurse.
Or the nursing home.
That the full moon means nothing, and you will get slapped.
You better shut your mouth and get out of here.
That's right.
Don't say it's quiet either.
Yeah.
Wow, it's so quiet.
It's so quiet in here. I did that one time on purpose just to mess with the nurses, and I thought they were going to hit me with chairs and stuff. They were like,
did they not throw something at you?
Yeah, they chased me outside into the ambulance bay. They're like, you do not ever say that in this room again.
Marcia said, Neisha, it seems like you're more tired this time. When you were pregnant with Becky, you participated in more lives. Yeah, I was crazier and out to prove a point. And younger. Was younger too. Yeah, I was going to prove that I could just keep on keeping on. And this time around, I'm like, you know what? I'm not here to impress anybody. I'm going to do what I want. Relax. We're taking maternity leave this time. I did not do that with Beckett. I was back on Monday Night Live, like a week after I had him, sitting up in a chair for an hour answering questions while my hoo-ha was literally just like traumatized. I had to go to physical therapy. I was crying. I would get off the live and cry because I was in so much pain. That's not normal. Okay. Yes. I had a forceps delivery. I had a very awful birth injury. Like a normal vaginal birth, that wouldn't be real life. Okay. But I was pushing myself and we're not doing that this time.
No, we're going to take it easy.
We're going to do like we should do, and just like breastfeeding a human 24/7 is enough. I don't need to do any more than that. I'm good.
Yeah, I agree. Ashley says never use the Q word in the nursing home, in the ER, or in the OB suite. Yeah, you will get you'll get assaulted, if not batterized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, for those of you who don't know what a forceps delivery is, Google it.
Yeah, imagine 2 big salad tongs, and they wrap it around the baby's head.
Huge, like
after they insert it into, yes, that's right, and
like
then they literally pull the baby out with.
So the baby's head is big already, and then you add at least an inch on, and force.
Yeah.
So Beckett had bruises all over his little head. And I had a sulcus tear, a second-degree tear, and also it didn't heal up properly. So.
Yeah, she had to have cooter therapy.
I did. Cooter therapy. You're so tacky. We're so tacky.
Yes.
Angie wants to know, are there virtual tickets for the summit?
There will be. We're letting patrons on my Patreon have first dibs, and then after they bought it, if they buy,
even what she said.
Un momento, por favor.
That's not what she said.
That's some more Spanish, right? Paola, what do you think?
Don't
So
encourage him, Paola.
if we don't sell up all the actual in-person tickets, we'll make those available to you guys. But then any of you guys can watch the conference virtually from anywhere in the world for the low price of
$3.99.
$3.99.
$0
Keto
thanks
Chow.
to Keto Chow,
Yeah.
who is sponsoring our virtual event.
And they decided to make it free for the world.
Mm-hmm. So
unless you want to come in person, then you got to pay a little bit.
Go tell them thank you on their live streams that they do every single week, and make sure to use discount code.
I don't
you
know.
know?
I don't.
I'm sure Dr. Berry 10.
Dr. Berry 10
at Keto Chow for pretty much everything over there.
Yep. Yeah. So online access for free to everybody in the world for the PhD Summit September the 17th. And then it'll be archived on YouTube. So you can watch it anytime you want to, as many times as you want to.
Just
free.
like they did their event. If you watch the what do they call it? Low Carb Salt Lake City? Is that what theirs is called?
Keto Salt Lake.
Keto Chow puts that one on. And that's what they did for theirs. And when we saw that, we were like, you know what? We should do that too. Plus, it's honestly, it's just less stressful than yeah. We've done this for an hour.
Hey, that was fun. We'll have to do it on yours more often. That way I can just chill out and
we have fun over here. It's not as
I can just be
stressful.
like squirrel.
It's stressful. It's like
we got to go on mine.
Boom, 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 boom. We're chill. Yeah. We got chill people over here.
So share Dr. Berry in Espanol with all your Spanish-speaking friends and family. Go follow OB Farms. That's our farm channel. I'm going to be posting a sheep video. And then obviously I need to make a video about purslane because there's been a lot of questions. Purslane's been a favorite of mine for years. And I'll tell you why in the video on OB Farms. So go ahead and subscribe and click that bell so that when I make that video, you get a notification.
Purslane is delicious.
Neisha loves purslane. How many of you guys have ever eaten purslane in your life?
Come here. You want to see Lily?
I'll get her.
Come here, baby. Come here, baby girl. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I didn't even know she woke up. She's so good. So purslane's kind of like a salad. Okay. Here is my Lily. She's 8 weeks old. She's a poodle, not a doodle. And she's a red poodle. But she may lighten up. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, thank you, Sherry. And she's a standard poodle, so she's going to get huge. Look how big these paws are. We're very happy about that. We needed a big dog. Toto is not real sure about her, but he's better this week than he was when we first got her. And the cats just ignore her.
I thought
and
you said
Beckett. Olive actually plays with her. She does. But then when she's done, she just goes away. And then Beckett, of course, is obsessed. He wakes up every morning and looks for Lily and says, I love you, Lily.
He's very sweet to Lily.
Lily.
Sometimes he'll kick Toto, but he's very sweet to Lily.
He's all boy. Ha ha, Vince. Ha 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 ha. Isn't she the cutest ever? She came to us. I've been saying I wanted a red or apricot standard poodle for, I don't know, a few months. And then someone in Hohenwald, where Ken is from, raises them. And we didn't even know. And then
Ginger.
Our daughter-in-law sent me a picture and she was like, look, we're getting a puppy. And I was like, is that a standard? And she said, yeah. I said, is it a poodle? And she said, yeah. I was like, oh my God. So she's ours. Oh, she's so cute. We love her. She will be fed a dog appropriate diet, a proper doggy diet. Oh, thank you so much. And right now her training treats are dehydrated liver. I get a tub from chewy.com. She absolutely loves them. And she was on kibble, so we're transitioning her from kibble to real food.
Has she tried the Carnival Crisp doggy treats?
She hasn't. I'm going to give her one today probably, but she does like eggs. Thank God.
Yeah, no other dog we've had or cat will eat eggs at all.
She loves them.
They won't touch them, but she likes them.
Yeah, so will we be breeding her? No, she'll be fixed. I'm not interested in that kind of. This is the last breeding I'm going to be doing over here. But I just put a raw egg over her kibble, and she loves it. So it's not beef lung. It is. But we do have beef lung treats for her too, but she hasn't tried those yet.
And beef trachea.
And beef trachea and pig ears and pig pork nuggets, which is just the skin that she chews. Your daughter-in-law? Yeah, so Dr. Berry has a grown son.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Who is a lawyer, and he has a wife and 2 beautiful little girls, Addie and Emmy. Yeah, when I say that, people are like, what? Yeah, no, they got started young. Yeah, so we're in love with her. She is a perfect little fit to our family, and we'll be sharing how she's raised and what we feed her and all that good stuff too. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, then.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, gosh, she's just thinking of a thing. And I don't know when we'll see you next, but, we'll see you.
Whenever I make her do the next one.
We'll see you when we see you, as we say around here. I'll see you when I see you.
And see you Monday night at 7 p.m. on my channel.
Sure. Love you.
Mean it.